flew by. And finally, the results of the college entrance exam were announced. Jingming had become the top scorer of Jiangnan province. After reading the notification message, Jingming was so overwhelmed with excitement that he shouted, "I did it! With this first-place position, my life from now on will completely change." This news also set social media on fire. A flood of articles with shocking headlines appeared, and countless groups and online forums erupted with debates and curiosity about Jingming's identity. Journalists went crazy collecting information about him, and the more they dug, the more shocked they became, and awakened with an E-level ability. Still not even advanced. Every word in those reports was enough to send shivers down people's spines. The headlines of these articles were eye-catching, and the moment they were published online, they instantly attracted huge numbers of clicks and views, especially among netizens in Jiangnan province. Comments poured in non-stop under these articles. Isn't the provincial top scorer usually a high-level Tier 1 ability user? How can an awakened do it? An awakened with only an E-level ability became the provincial top scorer? If that's true, I'll eat shit right here. You up there, wait for me. I'm going to dig up the video of his exam right now. The most common reaction to this news was doubt. Some extreme individuals even started yelling in the comments, claiming that this year's martial arts college entrance exam had been rigged, and that Jingming was just some useless son of a powerful official who had been forced into the top scorer's position. At this moment, No. 2 High School also held a press conference, both to promote their educational achievements and to quell the online suspicions. The person presiding over the conference was none other than the principal, Zhao Yao. The very first question he received was about the suspicions spreading online. Many people believed that Jingming becoming the top scorer of Jiangnan province was an act of fraud, and fraud in the martial arts college entrance exam was an extremely serious matter. People demanded the truth. In response, Principal Zhao Yao announced to everyone present that videos of Jingming's performance during the exam had already been uploaded to the school's website, and that anyone could go there to verify it for themselves. As for those who had malicious intent and were ready to attack Jingming, the moment they watched the videos, they were dumbstruck. They couldn't help blurting out in shock, "Wow, a single spear strike piercing through the skull of a Tier 1 one-horned rhinoceros. That's insane. This strength is even stronger than most Tier 1 ability users. Isn't it? Looks like some kind of strength enhancement ability, but wait. He's just an awakened. How can his enhancement be this strong? Damn it. He's not even in the strength system, it's the lightning system. And you're telling me this kind of destructive power is only an E-level ability? Shameless media. Making up crap just for traffic without any bottom line." As soon as the videos were released, the voices of doubt surrounding Jingming quickly vanished. Being the first student from Zhangcheng to achieve the honor of provincial top scorer, his contributions were worthy of praise. Of course, credit also had to be given to the training provided by the school and the Education Bureau. They announced that Jingming would be rewarded with a huge prize, 1 million in cash, along with a set of ability training methods. At the same time, the city government declared that they would also grant Jingming 1 million in cash and present him with a luxurious villa in the city. By now, the reporters no longer doubted Jingming's abilities. They hurriedly snapped photos for their reports. Rewarding the provincial top scorer had long been a tradition in every province. Although Zhangcheng was far poorer compared to capital cities like Ning'an, it could still afford to provide such benefits. At this moment, a beautiful woman appeared at the press conference. She stepped out of a luxury car, surrounded by bodyguards. She argued that while Principal Zhao Yao had released videos of Jingming's martial arts exam, they did not prove that Jingming hadn't used performance-enhancing drugs. The most important thing now, she claimed, was to test Jingming's true superpower level. Right then, Principal Zhao Yao asked a teacher nearby why Jingming hadn't shown up yet. The teacher quickly explained that he had already contacted Jingming, who was currently training and would arrive shortly. Upon hearing this, Zhao Yao praised him. The martial arts exam is already over. Yet he's still diligently training. Truly fitting for our provincial top scorer, hardworking and relentless. Principal Zhao Yao was still being interviewed when he suddenly learned that admissions teachers from the 3 top universities had all arrived. At first, he was shocked. Then, without hesitation, he stopped the interview and personally led the 3 representatives to the school's VIP reception room, where he served each of them a cup of hot tea. "Please, teachers, have a seat for a moment. Jingming will be here in just over 10 minutes. As a Tier 2 ability user and the principal of a major high school, Zhao Yao was considered a well-known figure in Zhangcheng. Yet now his posture was low, and his attitude extremely respectful. He knew that these three were people he could never afford to offend. Even the faint aura of high-level ability users they unconsciously released made his heart tremble. What stood out most was the hostility between the three when facing each other. Their auras clashed like wild beasts on the verge of tearing each other apart. They were all here to fight for the strongest students to join their schools. So naturally, they didn't look kindly upon one another. "It's fine, Principal Zhao. Go ahead and take care of your business. We'll just wait here for a while," said Zhang Zhaoyue, the head of admissions at Modu Ability University, with a gentle smile as she waved her hand. After letting Zhao Yao leave, she turned to the other two and laughed softly. "It feels like it's been ages since the three of us gathered like this. Hasn't it?" Inside the room, besides her, there was another man and a woman. They were Su Yun from Qingjing Ability University, a curvy woman with a strikingly beautiful face. Wu Yuan from Jin City Ability University, a middle-aged man in a gray robe with long hair. Like Zhang Zhaoyue, they were all heads of admissions at their respective universities. "Professor Zhang, there's no need for excessive pleasantries. We all know perfectly well why we're here today," Su Yun said bluntly, her fiery personality matching her figure. "Let me make it clear first, Jingming. Our Qingjing Ability University has already decided to take him." Wu Yuan from Jin City Ability University snorted coldly and refused to back down. "Decided? You think you can just claim him like that? Let me tell you, that boy will definitely belong to Jin City Academy." Zhang Zhaoyue sighed inwardly at the escalating tension. Because of the annual inter-school competitions, the rivalry among the three top universities for talented recruits was always fierce. Especially at special admissions events for provincial top scorers like this one. The atmosphere grew so tense that even fights between admissions teachers were not uncommon. Not long after, a sharp swish sound echoed as the sliding door of the reception room opened. A tall figure entered, a long spear strapped across his back. It was none other than Jingming. The moment he stepped into the reception room, all three pairs of eyes locked onto him at once. Zhang Zhaoyue carefully observed Jingming and silently assessed him. The boy's body was powerful, and the spear strapped across his back bore signs of damage, clear evidence that it had been heavily used during the exam. What stood out even more was that Jingming showed not the slightest trace of fear when facing the pressure radiating from the three of them. His willpower was clearly unshakable. Immediately after, Principal Zhao Yao began introducing the backgrounds of the three guests to Jingming. Jingming politely bowed to each of them, his expression full of respect. Even from the brief interaction, he could vaguely sense the dangerous auras surrounding the three before him. There was no need to ask, their strength was at least tier 4. Zhang Zhaoyue was the first to speak, her tone calm and gentle. "Jingming, we've all watched the combat footage from your martial arts exam. Your actual combat ability is extraordinarily strong, truly astonishing. But I do have one question. The ability you displayed doesn't seem to match the weak E-level lightning power you registered with when you first awakened. Could you tell us why? If it's inconvenient, you don't have to answer, we're just curious." Even Principal Zhao Yao standing nearby revealed a curious look. For this very question, Jingming had already prepared an explanation. He calmly said that before the martial arts exam, during training, he had been struck by lightning. After that incident, he realized that his ability had become much stronger. Struck by natural lightning, leading to an ability mutation? It sounded plausible. Before arriving, the three teachers had already investigated the matter in detail and knew that the day before the exam, Jingming had indeed been struck by lightning. All three nodded slightly, accepting his explanation. Right after, Zhang Zhaoyue raised her right hand, as though conjured from thin air. A sleek black device with a futuristic design appeared in her palm. "Jingming, you probably still don't know the exact classification of your mutated ability. Do you? Conveniently, I brought a portable ability scanner with me. Why don't you give it a try?" Hearing this, Jingming nodded and stepped forward. He had only ever seen an ability scanner once before, at the age of 16 during his awakening ceremony. That machine had been enormous, nearly the size of a double-door refrigerator. He had never seen such a compact version before, and he had no idea how to operate it. "You just need to activate your ability," Zhang Zhaoyue reminded him. At her words, Jingming took a deep breath and directly unleashed the purple heaven divine lightning. In an instant, violent, blinding purple lightning burst forth, wrapping around his entire body. Terrifying, too ferocious. All three instructors were simultaneously shaken. They could clearly feel the overwhelming destructive force hidden within that lightning. Even with their Tier 5 strength, they couldn't help but feel a trace of fear in front of such power. At that moment, the device in front of Jingming activated. A blue beam of light shot out from the machine, scanning Jingming from head to toe, along with the lightning surrounding him. But before the scanner could provide any assessment, it shattered under Jingming's power. Principal Zhao Yao's eyes bulged wide, and he nearly cried out in shock. He had no idea what had just happened. The three instructors, though mentally prepared, still found their breathing turning heavy after witnessing the result with their own eyes. The machine's destruction meant only one thing: Jingming's ability was at least S rank. As expected, this time we've truly bet on the right person. Zhang Zhaoyue smiled faintly, secretly making up her mind, no matter what, she had to recruit Jingming. Wu Yuan, the instructor from Jin City Ability University, immediately brightened, her eyes flashing as she became the first to speak. Jingming, as long as you choose Jin City Ability University, the moment you enroll you'll be awarded a scholarship of 4 million. Along with a full set of C-grade equipment. On top of that, for your entire 4 years at the university, every single cultivation method and combat technique you need will be provided completely free of charge. That's all you've got, and you dare to brag? Su Yun raised her brows, her own eyes glowing as she fixed them sharply on Jingming. Jingming, if you choose Qingjing Ability University, not only will we provide all cultivation methods and combat techniques, but we'll also give you an admission scholarship of 6 million, along with every piece of equipment you'll ever need throughout your 4 years of study. Finally, it was Zhang Zhaoyu's turn. After a brief pause to think, she spoke slowly. Our school also has a full range of cultivation methods and combat techniques. However, we won't offer scholarships or equipment. Instead, every year, we will grant you a share of S-grade cultivation resources. S-grade cultivation resources? What's that? Jingming was slightly taken aback. But Su Yun and Wu Yuan instantly glanced at each other, both of their eyes filled with shock. Jingming might not understand, but how could they not? The so-called S-grade cultivation resources were treasures beyond measure. Things that couldn't even be valued in money. Even for Tier 5 ability users like themselves. Such resources still held enormous power. At this moment, Zhang Zhaoyue explained, Jingming, do you know about dragon-type fierce beasts? Hearing her question, Jingming nodded. Fierce beasts came in many species, some weak, some unimaginably strong. Certain creatures were born with extraordinary might, their forms resembling the legendary dragon race. And so they were classified as dragon-type beasts. The moment they were born, they would already be Tier 4 or Tier 5. When fully grown, they could reach Tier 7 or even Tier -8. Zhang Zhaoyue smiled faintly. Good. Among our S-grade resources, there is one called Dragon Blood, drawn from a Tier -8 dragon beast. Just a single drop can strengthen the body to rival that of a dragon beast itself. And the S-grade resources our school provides are all of this level, equal to Dragon Blood. Now, do you understand? At that, even Su Yun felt herself tempted by the benefits Jingming was being offered. The Magic City University truly lived up to its wealth. Wu Yuan, on the other hand, grew indignant. She believed S-grade resources should be reserved for the most outstanding students. How could they possibly give such a thing to a freshman? That was simply unfair competition. Alright, now it's time for you to make your decision, Zhang Zhaoyue said firmly. Among the 3 top universities, which will you choose? The 3 instructors simultaneously fixed their gazes on Jingming, awaiting his answer. Facing their stares, Jingming fell silent for a moment before finally speaking. I choose Magic City Ability University. Because ability points could only be earned by hunting fierce beasts. What he cared about most was the real combat training capacity of the top universities. Thanks for watching. I'm going to introduce the new manhwa. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video. And if you want to see a specific manhwa, name in the comments, I will try to make it. It will take long time, but I try to make it, and see you tomorrow.